Good morning and welcome to episode 1463 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, May 16th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed. Everything you need to know in 40-ish minutes or less. But if you need more, go to patreon.com/hardfactor. Today, I've got more orca attacks on yachts and, of course, a little bit of outer space as well. There's still like the whales and the space people are still mixing a lot. So
this is like when you show up to one of your favorite bands and they play the hits. This is Will playing the hits. I don't want to hear that new CD. I don't want to hear that new shit.
Two of my main beats there, Orcas and Space. And there's updates on both. Again, related. We'll see. It ties back to the humpback thing Wes was talking about. So, yeah.
I look forward to hearing about it today, and then next week from Pat again.
Yeah, did he get it? Was there another one on the last podcast?
Yeah, he did it twice this week.
Yeah, I was on both of the ones he did this week. So
Yeah. Got him.
He got another.
And they did a very important sex work, a student with a teacher's sex story to follow it up. So
he goes West shit first story selection.
Yeah, it gets me.
Damn.
Can't do that anymore.
Hard. Can't defend himself right now.
Wow.
So bad.
He will be back tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
He's traveling right now. As you notice, we all have been this week, or two of us have been. Wes has Belgian pimps in Austin with Mark. Him and Mark are holding it down in Austin all week.
Yeah, big laws being passed in Belgium for whores and pimps and whores. Pimps and hoes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's big. It's a great story.
Fantastic. And Mark's got a debate amongst olds and Eric Adams and much more.
Yeah, I've got two funny political ones for you. It's sometimes politics can be a little dry. Not today. I've got some fun ones. Yeah,
fantastic. I can't wait. Other big ones we're not going to get to. EcoHealth Alliance is being disbarred by the HHS because, of course, they created COVID and all. So, duh, like what? Like it's amazing that they're still in business. They made COVID, and then now like HHS is now finally like, okay, yeah, we'll probably get rid of them now.
Right. Yeah. Finally, some heads are rolling 4 years later.
That's just 5 years after it was generated in the lab.
That's a name change, though, more than anything, right? I mean, they're going to do the same shit under a different name.
Or take some steps. I don't know. It means that they can't get government grants to make COVID anymore.
Yeah, so someone will.
Yeah. Well, at least, I mean, maybe it gives some people some peace of mind. Who knows? And an oil barge crashed into a bridge in Galveston.
Oh,
damn! Another bridge barge, another bridge boat thing, huh? It looks like nobody got really injured in that one.
No, it's just an oil spill, so the birds got injured.
Just the wildlife, just the aquatic wildlife.
Right.
Yeah.
They're on the IR now. If you're a bird in Galveston, you're down with the oil wing for at least in that like little area, I guess. I don't know.
Oof.
Yeah. It's the year of boat crashes. Also, some insane stuff is happening in Slovakia right now. Have you guys looked into the Slovakia stuff? I have not.
Is this,
I saw the video.
Related?
I saw the video. Now the prime minister got
surprisingly not.
He's almost dead. Someone shot him.
Yes, that's what's going. And then there's it's just a state of chaos. I think, right?
I was talking. Interesting. They almost killed their top guy.
Yeah, he's in critical condition. Yeah.
I was talking to Wes a little bit about Eurovision. I caught the last 15 minutes on Peacock, and they have each country comes up and has a representative say who they think should win. And Slovakia's person came up dressed like a fucking vampire, and I was like, "Yeah, that tracks."
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Confession: when you said, "Do you know what Eurovision is?" and I said yes, I thought it was a soccer related thing.
No,
it's not.
No,
Eurovision quite the opposite.
It's a pop contest they have every year in Europe.
Yeah,
and
you can find out.
It's like Battle of the Bands, but like of Euro techno stuff.
Exactly. You can find out how how gay positive and anti-Israel Eurovision is. If you check out Patreon this week, I give us some. Yeah,
Wrong I was.
Was there like a song called Butcher Boyd? And did the Irish
just usually the Irish lady was trans and she spoke out against Israel, and then like the winner was trans and like half the contestants were trans, and whenever people came up not dressed like vampires, half of them were like, well, we're absolutely not voting for Israel, fuck them. And then they booed.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to get their thoughts on Slovakia right now, because I don't know exactly what's going on over there. If you want to dive into it. A lot of stuff, as Wes said. But I didn't have time to dive into it before this show because Orcas and Dyson Spheres. All right. These things are in the news, somehow tied together a little bit. The kings of the sea, killer whales.
Yeah.
Orcas. You've heard of them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Pretty much apex of the ocean, the masters.
Absolutely.
The humans of the ocean, basically, you'd say, maybe.
No natural predators.
We don't have anybody on our level on Earth besides maybe orcas.
Right.
Like, that's pretty fair to say, right?
Yeah, they're if there's something bigger or badder than an orca in the ocean, I don't want to know about it. And I don't.
We can't see it because we can't go deep enough to understand if there's anything that can beat the orca. But at the level right below our feet, the orca is the only thing as dominant as humans.
Yeah.
Right. It's just dominant. Okay. Well, they're at it again. Okay. Destroying European mega yachts for fun. And this time they didn't just fuck with the rudder fellas. They sunk the whole yacht. Okay.
Oh, they got one.
They're the bridges of the ocean.
Yacht. Yeah. What's that, Mark?
They're the bridges of the ocean, taking out ships. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. The ocean has some bridges in it, but yes, exactly. Orcas are a lot like bridges in that way. It was a 50-foot sailing yacht that they targeted. They ripped a hole in the hull. They just started poking it, ripped the hole straight in the hull of the sailing yacht in the Strait of Gibraltar at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. So
is this the same team that's been doing it?
Oh, the one female orca that got pissed.
Yeah. The White Gladys, the White Gladys pod. You guys remember because we stay on top of orca stuff here at Hard Factor. Yeah. They think it could be the White Gladys pod that did this because they are in the area, the Mediterranean.
It's definitely them.
It may be, but they think that maybe that orcas just get more, ballsy, because they see the White Gladys is having so much fun taking out yachts. Now maybe other ones, they think that it could be around like bluefin tuna, their favorite food. Maybe they get a little food aggressive around the bluefin tuna. There's a yacht going by, going to rip a hole in the hull. My non-scientific analysis on this one is that because it happened at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, this is basically like going to church for this local orca population. It's just like a fun activity they all do together, brings a community together.
Yeah, it's their Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. It could be like teenage orcas, like cow tipping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's having fun.
And now that they know how to do this, boats are fucked, because once an orca figures out how to do something like this, they teach it and they continue to do it.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. White Gladys is the worst thing that's happened to boats in a long time, since icebergs, because she is her shit's spreading too. Like you said, she's nearby. These orcas, she's going to tell a pod nearby. They're going to tell a pod nearby. Then they're going to tell a pod nearby pretty soon. Yeah.
Technique. I mean, it's hard to deny the effectiveness of the technique. I mean, look at them right here. I think that's her or her pod right there, just staring down a yacht rudder in the Strait of Gibraltar. Also, it strikes me that what if the Strait of Gibraltar has always been known as like a horrifically dangerous place to sail and to take boats, back throughout history. Is it possible that these orcas have been fucking with people forever and we're just now documenting it?
It's possible that it was the whole time it was the orcas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like the Bermuda Triangle's got a similar thing, maybe with like megalodons or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the two
could
sailors
also be an insurance scam.
Yeah, maybe so, Wes. It definitely could be, because listen to this. The two sailors called in a barge to pick them up when they started hearing the hull getting torn apart. And so once again, no deaths or injuries. They just got off the boat, hopped on the barge, got taken to Gibraltar, and another dead yacht. So
yeah,
that is a convenient excuse. Is just the orcas got us. There's been 0 deaths on these attacks. So yeah. I mean, would like to see a death or two to
You
rule
think
out
anybody with an old
to
shitty
rule out
yacht,
insurance for.
I want to
yeah,
see the
just
whole.
going out there on purpose to try to get their shit destroyed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
people have done way crazier shit for an insurance scams than an Orca.
For sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's not a bad excuse.
No.
You can get an international headline out of it right now. Okay, so whether it's Gladys being pissed about, getting injured by the boats, which is that's that theory, or the new theory about, they may target the boats near the bluefin tuna schools, hunting fields, food aggressiveness like a pit bull or something. We don't know at this time. But what we do know is that the orcas are indeed not fucking around with the global yachting community. They're just taking them out one by one.
I mean, they are, and they're making short work of it. Yachts are really no match for Orcas.
No.
Was this an Israeli yacht by chance?
I don't think so. No. It was probably Moroccan or something. I don't know. There's a bunch of countries. Spain, Morocco.
Could have been owned by a Jew. You never know.
If the yachts
You never know.
Don't come and knocking. Yeah.
You never know. I mean, I'm not gonna bet against a boat being owned by one of God's chosen people. You know what I mean? So
Never bet against that.
no, not gonna bet against it. Not gonna bet against it, but I'm not gonna confirm it either because I didn't look it up. So I don't know.
Right.
And thank you, Chris Lates. I'm a whale wizard, he says. I think I pay attention to the whales. I appreciate that. Thank you. Probably the nicest compliment I've ever been given. The scientists also have discovered something else, allegedly. Okay, guys, big A on this, allegedly. Dyson Spheres. Yeah, you ever heard of a Dyson Sphere?
Is that in a vacuum?
Well, Mark,
Two new independent studies found that the evidence that a handful of stars among the millions observed contained excess radiation that's consistent with a potential Dyson sphere. It can't immediately be explained away as a natural phenomenon.
okay.
Still
that clear
unclear.
that up?
Yeah,
Still
don't know
unclear
what
what
it is.
Dyson spheres are.
Well,
Yeah.
you might still be asking yourself, what's a Dyson sphere?
Yeah.
That's a fair question after what I just said.
Well, first proposed by a physicist named Freeman Dyson in 1960, the idea that a sufficiently advanced civilization, at least type 2 on the Kardashev scale, would be capable of harnessing the power of its host star by constructing a kind of cocoon that would tap into a large percentage of the star's released energies. That's a Dyson sphere, okay?
Oh, so it's
they're
like a
much-
solar panel for it's like a sophisticated solar panel.
Way
Yes.
better than a solar panel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. And the results of these studies were actually accepted for publication in the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society. So they think they've found
That doesn't impress me. They'll accept pretty much anything.
right. I mean, sausage fingers is all over any type of outer space dudes. And sorry. I mean, he's dealing he's out of
Theoretical news.
King Charles, I'll say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's far from an actual discovery, right? They just found like stars they think could be, but I mean,
So they think they found stars where aliens are harnessing their energy.
because they have extra radiation being produced. They think those are potentially Dyson spheres, and they analyze millions of stars and they got like hundreds or like tens.
You know who else
These
published
nerds
this?
can work themselves into anything.
Yeah.
Yes, Wes.
You know who else published this in 1960 is Stan Lee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Sounds like a fucking comic book. Yeah.
Is this the Thanos arc? Right. Yeah. So not only was that accepted in the Royal Astronomical Society recently, far from an actual discovery as we've covered, but maybe it's because those Dyson spheres are out there because of another recent study from the SETI Institute. Wes, you know about these guys. They suggest that maybe AI has killed all alien civilizations that have reached this level of technical achievement before us. So I guess type 1 on the Kardashev scale or whatever.
Who's saying this? Isn't that alarming if AI decided to wipe out
SETI Institute.
every civilization in the galaxy?
Yep. Good. Wes, explain to Mark who the SETI Institute is.
I really don't remember. Yeah.
Well, it is the story that you did. These are the same people who are decoding the humpback whale alphabet.
Okay, yes. No,
Okay.
yes.
So,
Yes.
maybe it's all just AI's Dyson sphere and we're all just living in it.
These guys are getting so fucking high at SETI. They got the
Yes,
comeback
dude.
whale language. The AI's taking out alien life. I mean,
Yeah.
I want to go hang out with them SETI boys.
It's a sweet job. I mean, you just do like, you probably do ayahuasca to like
Just make shit up all day.
Get
write
wet,
your article.
sweat
Yeah.
at the set. Yeah.
What are we gonna make up today, guys?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, no, these are studies, scientific fellas. So take it serious, okay? The scientists are working hard.
What the hell were we talking about at 4 a.m. out back? Fucking off our gourds. Yeah, that's what we'll go with.
Everyone's coked up with the
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, who knows? Who knows, guys? Confusing to know what's real. All I know is that the Orca Alliance with humans is more important than ever before in confusing times like these, because we could use a powerful ally, for the bionics of this world.
Can you bring that picture back? Because it's pretty badass. Can we get that on a
Yeah.
shirt? Can we get that on a shirt?
What the establishment fears most. We certainly can. At Ali Breland tweeted it, and it is most definitely an AI picture. So the rights are probably pretty wide open on that. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
Great meme. Yeah. And you know what an orca would love to eat if it was a human, which I think they kind of want to be. They feel like, I don't know. Feels like they're like, I feel a connection there. They aspire to do what we do,
If
like
they want to get on
weapons.
land, if they want to ever come back to land, they probably could. But yeah, they're similar. Yeah, sure. I'm with you.
We could team up, build them suits to bring them back on land. Anyways, if they were here and if they could eat human food, they'd want to eat some CookUnity because CookUnity is the first chef to you service delivering locally sourced meals from award-winning chefs right to your door every week. And it's cheaper than other delivery options. Go to cookunity.com/hardfactor and enter code hardfactor before checkout for 50% off your first week. And, we just started using this service at my house, and the options and the taste on all the options are phenomenal. The Korean brisket tacos are the kings for me. My wife also loves the chicken Florentine. I don't know exactly how you pronounce that. Very fancy, very delicious. What are you guys' favorites? What are your favorite dishes over there?
Said it a million times. Every curry that they have is fantastic.
I like the Indian food. I like the Mexican food. All of it is very good because it's
Mexican
made
foods
from chefs. Yeah,
from chefs, local chefs. You're supporting them, and the pastas are amazing as well. So much more to choose from in there besides what we just mentioned, our favorites, which we all have favorites because it's great. Something for everyone. Just try it one time. It's the same price. Your whole weekly order is the same price as like one big made to order delivery, from another app. And, you get 8 meals a week for that price. No cooking required. Every meal is handcrafted by chefs and made in local micro kitchens, not large production facilities. Your food arrives fresh, never frozen in packaging that keeps meals fresh in the fridge for up to 7 days. CookUnity packaging is compostable, recyclable, and reusable. It's super nice. Pick as few as 4 or as many as 16 meals per week. Again, I go with the 8. Feel like that's the best. Experience chef quality meals every week delivered right to your door. Go to cookunity.com/hardfactor or enter code hardfactor before checkout for 50% off your first week. That's 50% off your first week by using code hardfactor or going to cookunity.com/hardfactor.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Chris is on fire. He wants to know in live chat, was that you on the boat, Will? And bring that picture up one more time. I mean, it's a great picture.
I mean, I think that, like I said, it's an AI generated picture, and I'm pretty sure that the AI kind of knows this is my thing at this point. And
that's Will in 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, the AI models all of its Orca allies based on me probably at this point. I would say, I mean, if it's going to be a white guy, there's other people out there who do Orca stuff, but
we're going to rely on you, Will. We are going to rely on you to build this relationship at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I think the AI is pointing me in the direction I need to go. But I've claimed
everyone's
a lot
got a calling.
I've claimed a lot of the space out there for the Orca advocation. Well, what I'm really advocating for is not for orcas to be, saved. I want them to be weaponized. I want them to be used to our advantage. Okay. So don't get it. I think the AI also knows that. See, it's more of a,
you don't want pet orcas. You want orcas to make sure humanity stays on top.
Orca empowerment to empower humans.
Yeah. You want to control them. Yeah. I wish, an orca that would do everything I asked it to do would be incredible.
Could you imagine sicking an orca on someone?
Yeah.
No, you couldn't. And that would be everybody's worst fear. So
Speaking of fears, guys, just when I thought the end of the world was coming, all this new AI, Neanderthal herpes, Biden versus Trump 2.0, Israel's war with Palestinian children, men dominating women's sporting events, the country of Belgium goes and gives us all hope that life is good, worth living, and the end of the world might not be coming after all. Now, I got a question. When you guys think about whores, there are probably a few countries or cities that come to mind. Can you name a few?
Amsterdam.
Yeah, Amsterdam.
Right. Yeah. Amsterdam, Vegas, Thailand, Bangkok, producer Eric's neighborhood in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And you know, when it comes
and then Bangladesh, is that the place that had the biggest whorehouse in the world?
yeah, it's like named like Horbadesh or something. Yeah.
Producer Eric's network of whores and his building.
Producer, yeah. All the whores Eric knows. And when it comes to Europe and whores, of course, your brain goes to Amsterdam, right? The red light district, known for its sex workers / whores. But did you know, just a country over in Belgium, they too have a booming sex industry. In fact, just 2 years ago, Belgium became the first European country to totally decriminalize sex work. That's right.
There's a few guys listening with their girlfriends or wives that take business trips to Belgium that are just turning the show off right now.
Yeah. Headquarters in Belgium, huh?
What is like coughing over? I don't know what happened. The show just turned off.
Yeah.
What kind of man? That would be a crazy assignment for you. You know. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's a fake trip.
woo, buddy.
Yeah.
Getting put on assignment in somewhere where prostitution is legal is a wild game for anybody, I'm sure. Because like you're never going to go there again. When you work somewhere and it's like remote from your office, you typically will never go there outside of work. So
Yeah.
you know.
I'm gonna need a raise because I'm about to lose 50% of everything I own.
Right.
You know what I
Once
mean?
you inevitably get caught with
Yeah.
the prostitute. Yeah.
So it was approved by the federal parliament on March 18th in 2022, came into effect June 1st, 2022, which we all now know as June 1st, when the last whores were freed in Belgium, right? However, up until very, very recently, no European nation, not even Belgium, would provide sex workers with government benefits or allow them to work under an employment contract and be protected under labor laws until now. New legislation, which was approved with 93 votes in favor, 33 absentees, and 0 votes against earlier this month.
Wow.
33 people wanted to vote yes, but were cowards.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you'd have to say that you're saying yes to no workers' rights for a legal profession in the country, which is like hard to do. But they're just like voicing their displeasure. They're just against prostitution.
33 were absentee because they were at a whorehouse.
Exactly.
Weren't there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now Belgium sex workers can have an employment contract for the first time. And they're saying it's being touted as a win by UTSOPI, which is the Belgium Union of Sex Workers, which has lobbied for this for a while. The law outlines that prostitutes will receive health insurance, a pension, maternity and holiday leave, and unemployment benefits. It also gives sex workers protection from work-related risks, including implementing standards on who can become an employer / pimp. That's right.
Nice.
The whores in Belgium are being taken better care of than non-whores over here in the United States.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And you get a pension for being a whore. That's wild.
You get a whore pension.
Health insurance makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
Can men do this?
You know, probably. I think
you have to be really popular, though. It's going to be a competitive industry.
Yeah. And listen, I like whores. I think they're great people. The people from the whores that we met from the Buddy Ranch. I like to say the word whore. Obviously, I think it's funny, but they're great
I don't know
people.
if they like that word, but yes, they're awesome.
Well,
exactly.
Yeah,
They're fun.
People with the Bunny
Or
Ranch.
Artesian, I've heard, is one of the preferred.
Yeah,
ones.
I'm happy for the whores. They deserve to be taken care of. I mean, you know, they take care of thousands of men a year. It's high time they get taken care of too. Also within the new law, cock nurses. There you go. I like that.
Also, but they could be nursing not just cocks, fellas.
Crotch nurses.
It's 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. Over there in Belgium, they're probably all cock nurses. With the new law, also though, prostitutes are granted rights to refuse sexual acts, stop sexual acts, perform sexual acts in a manner they prefer, and refuse to sit behind those Amsterdam-style public-facing windows like you see behind me. However, and this is a big however that has proponents of the law or opponents of the law that are calling them out. Within the same law, pimps also have made sure these whores don't get too high and mighty.
Okay.
So in the law, it says, should a prostitute use these new rights 10 times within 6 months, their pimp can then call on a government mediator to intervene, forcing the whore to get back to whoring, or they could lose their contract, their labor contract.
Well, it's a review. Are you taking advantage of your whore pension?
Yeah.
Is this a yes or no answer? And then you got to review it after 10 calls. I mean,
Yeah.
these pimps, they weren't going to let it slide, to infinity.
This is like if the U.S. government ever like fully legalized weed, like there's still going to be the black market. You're still going to have some whores with bruises that are a little scared. There's still going to be some pimps out there.
Yeah. So, if Jasmine, decides that she doesn't want to suck dick 10 times in a year or sit in the window 10 times in a year, her pimp can call the government and be like, yo, Jasmine acting up down here. She ain't sucking dick. She ain't sitting in the window. She won't listen to me no more. Can you send someone down to mediate her before I smack her? And that's what they'll do. And they'll say, Jasmine, time to get back to work, sweetie. Or you're gonna lose your pension and your health benefits. So
you want to keep those sweet bennies.
Yeah.
You got to get back on the old pogo stick.
Or
eat a couple tacos.
BJ's for Benny's is the program.
Whoever's in line.
One Twitter user, after seeing this, kind of broke it down more simply in response, saying, so the government helps pimps to coerce sex. What a disgusting idea.
Yeah, that is kind of what it is, huh?
I mean, pretty much.
Now the government's the pimp.
If you don't whore enough, the government steps in.
Well, the government has created regulations so that the pimp is not completely ignored in this legalization process.
Day one of entering the game, and you realize the pimps had some things right.
Yeah. I mean, the pimp has to have some recourse. Yeah. I mean,
it's tough being the boss.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you can't give them too many rights, right?
Right. It's like when the Taliban had to start doing paperwork. They're like, I don't know.
That's right.
This. Yeah,
it's a hell of a group of benefits, Wes, and rights if you can do the work. All right.
Yeah. Listen, it's right there in front of you. It's on the table. All you got to do is do the work. And if you get out of line, you lose all your benefits.
So Belgium is saying it's okay to be a prostitute. It's not okay to be a lazy prostitute.
Exactly, Will. Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Don't half-ass that ass.
They say, remember, remember who you are now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there, the next step will be the finalization. There's 3 decrees focusing on the practicalities of the procedure for recognizing employers / pimps, regulations on the size of rooms, workplace hygiene, and the maximum number of whores per room, and the government mediation service. So they're really going to have to hammer out that government mediation service. And there's going to be a few kinks, I imagine, in the beginning.
How'd you send the guy with the suit over to talk to him?
All right, ladies. All right. What's going on in this room?
Yeah.
Who's the ringleader?
Yeah.
So tell me again, how many dicks on that day? Okay.
Yeah.
Now how
many for you?
Yeah.
So she did twice as many dicks. Is she twice as good at dick sucking than you? Is that what we're to believe?
Yeah. That window's pretty empty, ladies.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty hilarious. But overall, I think good for the sex workers. They deserve these kind of benefits. But
absolutely,
again,
I don't know, Wes. I feel like a situation where you have government employees who are going to be overseeing the productivity of sex workers may not be the best thing for sex workers. It's just an inkling I have that it could lead to a bad situation. It's just a thought.
The worst thing about sex work is the trafficking. So as long as there's none of that, it's good because it's when, and you know what I mean? There's probably less of that with the government oversight.
Yeah, no, abuse is definitely a second.
That's the worst. The worst part is the abuse, the forcing people to do it that don't want to do it. But the bunny ranch type thing, that's great.
And listen, on the opposite, I'm sure that the prostitutes can go to the government and say, hey, look, this pimp is treating me like shit and all this other stuff. So
yeah, what are the regulations on the pimps? There
better be some.
They didn't mention many or any actually.
The pimps had a better lobbyist, that's for sure.
Pimps are perfect.
That makes sense too.
Yeah, pimps had a better life. Yes,
They were prepared. They knew the legal process in Belgium. And,
yeah. But I'll tell you what next best thing. What do you do after you fuck a whore? You want to relax with a little nicotine, probably, right? Yeah. And sometimes you can't have the kind of nicotine intake that you want. Maybe you're on a train, maybe you're on a plane, maybe you're in a movie theater. That's where Lucy comes in. 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free, in a convenient, discreet pouch that won't smoke. And no one will know you're even doing it. That comes in strengths from 2 milligrams to 12 milligrams. And we all know the competitors max out nowhere near 12 milligrams. So if you've been underwhelmed by the effects of other nicotine products, maybe you want to try Lucy. They got mint, apple ice, espresso. I prefer the mint. Love it. So you can save yourself from the weekly gas station stop and sign up for a monthly subscription and save 15% off. No commitment, cancel anytime. They've also got the breakers, which are the pouches that include that little flavor pouch that makes it a little more juicy, as Mark says, a little more flavor. Contains liquid flavor that saturates the pouch before it's even in use. And best nicotine pouches I've ever found. Feel and taste great. Couldn't be happier with my monthly subscription. That's just one customer review of thousands who love these things. So
here's mine. Mango 12s are awesome.
Yeah, they are. And not only does it not make your whole outfit and person and hair smell, but I would dare say maybe it makes your breath fresher. It's almost Mark,
it does.
It's almost like taking a mint and getting your nicotine. Yeah.
I've got one in right now, and it's very minty. So level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/code and use promo code HARDFACTOR and use code HARDFACTOR to get 20% off first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co. Use code HARDFACTOR to get 20% off and always free shipping. Here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
I think it's lucy.co/HARDFACTOR.
Yeah, that'll take you straight to the 20%.
And then you'll see a message saying, "Oh, look at you! You got your percentage off. You're a smart person." All right, big political news today, fellas. Presidential debates, something we took for granted and were proven don't deserve a bunch of in the 2020 election. They're a privilege, not a right. When deciding which old should be running this country, may be coming back this election.
Yeah, there was just the one last time, right? And
two. There were supposed to be three. This middle one got canceled. COVID and other shit. There was scheduled three. I think they did two, one in September, one in late October, and then they might have been one early, and then they might have been not with a live audience, which they won't be again.
No live audience?
No, it was announced on Wednesday that President Biden and former President Donald Trump have agreed to a pair of presidential debates. The first one on June 27th, hosted by CNN, to no live audience in Atlanta, and the second, which will likely get canceled on September 10th at a never-to-be-disclosed location by ABC News. Tough break for ABC News getting the second one. So there you go.
They're changing the committee or the organization that does the debates usually, right? Isn't that one of the demands of
It used to be like the nonpartisan debate committee, and then now
I got that info. Yeah. Okay. They had been doing it since 1988.
Trump said why RFK's not in it. Fucking that nonsense.
Trump said that he will do the debates from jail if he needs to, and Biden said that he can't wait to debate Richard Nixon. This comes just hours after Biden's campaign announced he would not be taking part in any debates through the Nonpartisan Commission on Presidential Debates, who have organized the presidential debates since 1988, making it look like we would get absolutely no debates, which would be crazy, but they are going to debate on their own terms, hopefully.
Both ducking RFK Jr.
Yep. What the fuck? What the fuck?
This is fucked up. Nah, they didn't invite me to the debate, and I really wanted to be there.
It's fucked up, Bobby. They should have invited you.
Yeah, should have. Trump announced on the extremely popular and relevant Truth Social, which is still hanging in there, that he was ready and willing to debate, and his team called for additional debates in July and August. Biden's team also said they did not want a live audience because Trump supporters are raucous and will take away valuable debate time with their jeers, and said that they distract from earpiece communication. Got to have that clear line.
Right, you have to be told exactly what to say every word, obviously.
The debates will begin at 3 p.m. so Biden and Trump can get
so
to
wait, Mark, they just announced there would be no distractions because the two old men are so incapable of handling any distractions.
Pretty much. Yep. And that's why they're going to do it at 3 p.m. so they can get to their early bird dinner reservations at the Atlanta Creamery and Double Decker McDonald's, respectively.
Wow.
They got to get right out there, get to their dinners. In related news, Adderall announced a shortage in Adderall for the week of June 27th. Both of those guys are going to be on more uppers than me at a bachelor party.
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh, they've already upgraded them. There's that other shit that they got that they have upgraded. I've heard it's not Adderall.
Both those
anymore.
guys, like, what super Adderall?
What's it called?
They're going to be on Neanderthal.
Like, what is super Adderall?
It's what Hitler was on during the Olympics. Whenever the
when
video
he's shaking.
rocking, yeah.
So technically there were the two presidential debates in 2020, but there were 3 scheduled. Second got canceled. That's the fewest scheduled number of debates since 1996, where the only debate going on was what object in the Oval Office will Slick Willie shove in Monica Lewinsky's Oval Orifice?
What a time that was, huh?
95,
cigar,
I think, was
dude,
the cigar.
The guy who bet cigar paid out.
Yeah, that was low odds. Yeah, that was high, big risk, high reward on that bet. Bob Dolan.
What do you think the lowest odds was on all the items in the pen? Probably.
Well, his penis was probably negative odds.
Yeah,
right.
Finger, penis, negative.
Right. Tongue.
Cigar had to be like plus 2,000.
Yeah. It was up there. They might not even known he had a cigar in there, which is that's insider info.
Oh, I got it.
When you know a horse is juicing. Yeah.
Y'all think I don't got a cigar in here?
Bob Dole and Ross Perot were back in that 1996 debate with Bill Clinton, and they were probably just too old to do a bunch of debates, which is something we're back to 30 years later. They did make both scheduled debates in 1996. It was announced that there might be a vice presidential debate in late July after the Republican National Convention, but that there will be absolutely no stupid dogs allowed near the premises. Because Kristi Noem would kill them. Just kidding. Kristi Noem killed her career deader than that stupid, worthless dog that she hated. She's also recently called for a commander to be killed, something that maybe she could do on June 27th because she won't be at any of the debates. She hates dogs. Anyways.
Yeah, I think we covered that one when you were in Bahamas.
Yeah, she wanted that dog dead. She wants all dogs dead. All dogs go to hell. Go ahead.
Useless dogs.
Yeah, she's not a big dog fan. More comedic political news. New York's former top cop, current mayor, and probably friend of the mob, Eric Adams, opened his dumb mouth on Wednesday to declare a possible solution to the migrant crisis at the border. So he's trying to figure it out. But let's hear it from the horse's ass's mouth.
Okay.
We had a migrant and asylum seeker plan that states those jobs that we are in high demand, we could expedite. How do we have a large body of people that are in our city and country that are excellent swimmers, and at the same time we need lifeguards? And the only obstacle is that we won't give them the right to work to become a lifeguard. That just doesn't make sense. But if we had a plan.
Okay, so there you go. We know those migrants are excellent swimmers. They can swim around barbed wire booby traps, for Christ's sake. Give them a whistle and get them to work. Get them to the pools and beaches.
The river is like massive at all points. It requires.
How many Olympic medals has Central America won in swimming?
0.
What the hell is he talking about?
He's literally making like a racist joke about Cuban.
Right.
Basically.
A lot of them don't drown when they come over on those tiny shitty boats they make.
Right. Because I mean, is he talking about the Rio Grande? Is he saying like people who pass the river have to be excellent swimmers? Because that's ridiculous. Like, it's It's just kind of like a racist trope he's trying to use as a
understand.
legitimate political point, which is kind of weird.
Still a bad idea.
Yeah, pretty foolproof plan. Let's line these migrants up and see if they can pull a brick from the deep end. You're in, Miguel. Please report to Corn Pop's pool. And also, why the hell didn't Biden think of this? He was a fucking lifeguard back in the day. Could you imagine a good old boy patriot getting pulled from the pool and mouth-to-mouth resuscitated by an illegal? Not exactly a squinch from the Sandlot reaction, huh? They just roll back in the pool.
Some Republican's daughter gets saved by Jose.
Yeah.
Does this have legs, Mark? Are they exploring?
No,
this?
It has no legs. There's no chance.
Okay.
Hey,
Sure.
Mayor Adams, our soccer programs aren't the best. Can we get some of these excellent footballers to coach our youth soccer teams? How's the coffee and banana situation in New York? Could use some help, right? Fucking idiot.
Right. A few more mostly relevant, probably.
I'm just saying, like, what is he talking about?
Right. No, it's a stupid
I don't know.
idea.
There's plenty of excellent swimmers everywhere. Like, what is he talking about?
Yeah. I mean, I think that I think he wants to get them off of the illegal prostitution, which is what seems to be their main thing around Met Stadium. So he's just coming up with any way he can divert from that.
I think a lot of the migrants are hard workers and would do any job. I just think it's a little weird that he singled out swimming. I guess they really have a lifeguard problem in New York.
Yeah, which is weird.
There's people sitting next to him letting him announce this. By the way, they had a straight face.
Yeah.
That was a team effort. That was a team effort from the Adams campaign to announce that.
The more you cover politics, you just wonder if they're all completely, are
they all have brainworms?
Yeah. If they're all the word, can you say it again? If they're all the word that you,
I think I slipped one in on a show. Yeah.
I think we can say anything.
You can say whatever you want. Well,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Retarded. That's what I wonder to myself. Are they all retarded? When after the longer we cover politics, I wonder that to myself constantly.
It doesn't take a Mensa person to shove a cigar in an intern, but one did. And that's the show for today. We'll be back tomorrow. We love you guys. Have a great fucking day.